What is going on, everybody? This is an exciting golf weekend, which I've been loving them. I've been loving the golf sweats in general. Last week did not have a good week, but had been doing really well. Sheets has obviously been crushing it. And we've got the Masters. So this is exciting stuff, man. I'm ready to go. How about you?
Yeah, we're doing good. And so what we're going to do again, we're going to go through our tiers for today, and we'll talk about the Masters. And then we're going to update the coaching challenge. I just had to double check a couple of things of the people's guesses. And again, the rules were that I was going to have two golfers, which were going to be my two highest owned guys. And if any of you guys got three guesses, and if you got, if you guys got one, if any of you gets obviously both, then you probably win instantly. If any of you get one, then it's a tie, and then like whoever would guess first, would break the tie. So we'll get to them later, but I want to say that we have action. Somebody got. I looked at the results.
All right.
We'll see. We'll get there.
All right, let's get to it. Well, let's start off.
And I'm going to try to give an award for the worst pick, by the way, but we'll see.
Okay, that's fun too.
Okay, let's go.
Maybe the worst picks should be the ones that get the.
No, I used to do this in poker, by the way. I used to do this in poker. I used to do I would play bad call push-ups. Like if I make like a bad call, yeah. I would force myself to do push-ups to punish myself for it. So yeah. I'd be really into that.
Yeah. By the way, all right. Let's get to it. Top level sheets.
So first of all, before we get, I would like to say, all right, a couple of things about the draft, about the Masters from DFS in general. Is they do make these salaries pretty soft. So what ends up happening is that you're not going to get like a lot of ownership leverage on anybody. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be kind of spread out. Everybody's going to get a chance to kind of play who they want. So when I was trying to find like lower, it's not like I'm going to find like a 1% guy. You know what I mean? Like everybody's gets some degree of ownership. And so what I decided I was going to do is I was really going to try to split hairs. I was going to say, you know what, I'm going to see a difference between the, a 5% guy, a 12% guy and a 15% guy, or like something like that. And then that's just what I'm going to do. And the other thing is people are, I think there's going to be some, you think there'll be ties for the Millie Maker? I think there might be. I mean, the field is just so short.
The $10 maybe, but certainly not the other.
Not for the 100, right?
I don't think the 100 or the 4,400.
Right. Okay, so let's get started with the and I'll try to go a little deep, not deeper dive into it. I'm going to try to go to a little deeper into my player pool than usual, but we'll see. Okay, so who do you like in the 10K and higher range?
So I'm not going to X out people that so easily in this tournament, especially because I'm playing a lot of lineups. So
yeah,
I have actually, because I have a lot of love for the bottom of the field, my plan is to actually be overweight on all except for maybe Rory. And even that I'm even open to taking a stab with. But my highest ownership, I think I'm going to lessen. Look, it's not a huge thing, but John Rahm having the baby and not coming till Wednesday of the tournament is enough for me to at least, I'm looking for reasons why not to play these guys. I like DJ a ton. I like Rice a ton. And next for me would be Justin Thomas and Schauffele are really close, but I really, I like all of them and I can afford, I think, two of them if I want to, because I've got some guys to spend down
on. Yeah, that makes sense. For me, at this range, hold on, let me just X this out. For me at this range, my favorites are, I'm only playing three guys at this range at all. And they're only like six in the whole thing. I'm going to place, Thomas is going to be my favorite. Now I'll give you a hint. None of these guys are the guys that I'm locking in. Like none of these guys are the ones that are for the contest. But Justin Thomas is going to be my favorite. Then John Rahm second, and then Schauffele third. I thought I was going to like Schauffele more, but I like Thomas a little bit more, the most. Then Rahm, then Schauffele. I'm not going to get to DJ or.
What's the reason for people not wanting to play DJ? So basically, they redid the course. They don't want anybody shooting 20 under again. That's what they're saying. They're making it tougher. Why wouldn't we? Why do we not have interest in the best golfer in the world at lower ownership than everybody else? I'm really wondering, what is the strategy here? What is the thinking behind everybody thinking that DJ is a worse play than these other guys?
Well, I mean, it depends. It really depends on when people do models, how much they weight current form versus more medium range form. I mean, you go to medium range form, he's going to show up a little bit better. But if you overweight, like, recent form, he just hasn't had, good rounds in like a little while. So I guess that's why you asked why. Right. So that's why he's probably getting less love than maybe he could otherwise. If you extend all your stuff to like the past year or something like that, which is, you can certainly make a case for it, then he probably should be the highest owned guy, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, he won this easily.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, you'll get him at 10, 12%, which is, not going to argue with that.
Yeah, so it's something that I still can't quite get my head around with the golf thing. It's like, if you win the same tournament last time, we hate you the next time. But if you're second place, we think you're going to win the next time. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And to me, I don't know. And also this recent form thing with a guy like DJ, I could care less.
Fair enough.
But it's hard because, again, I like all of them a good deal. And yeah. All right. Enough people have told me that JT is their favorite this week for me to take a little bit more note. What's that?
For you to fade him?
No, for me to actually. No, I wasn't going to be as into him as some of the others that have sort of coming around on it. How about in the 9K range? Because again, we have got a couple guys I really like. There's obviously going to be the super chalky Spieth. I'm guessing that, knowing you, Sheets, that you're going to be fading that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was right on that one. So what about the guys in his? So I guess I'll just say for me, and then I'll turn it over to you. But I think, I mean, look, Cantlay's going to be popular, so I'm kind of inclined to stay away. Although I think he's fine. I'll just play Morikawa. I feel totally good about playing Morikawa here. I think he's arguably, when he's on, right in the next tier range, and you're going to get significantly lower ownership on him than the guys he's sandwiched between. So Morikawa is actually my highest owned, along with Spieth, eating a little bit of chalk. So those are the two that I like the most in this range. I will have maybe 5 or 10% of Cantlay. I'm not going to totally skip him, but he's going to be well below the field. I don't have currently any Patrick Reed, and I'm guessing you're going to you always have interest in Reed. And then Koepka, I just don't even know physically how he's going to make it, but then I know everybody else is thinking that, so you get the low ownership, but I'm not really that into that. This might be one week where you get a low owned Finau that I might have some interest, but I wanted to sort of get your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I'm going to have 0 Reed this week.
Okay.
I would love, I just can't do it, man. I would love to just come out of the woodwork and play my first shares of Koepka this week. I really want to do it too, because he's going to be no % owned. Okay. He's going to have the Q tag, right? It's just going to be, I'm probably going to have some, but it's just, I just can't get there with as much as maybe I should. Finau, I love that call by you. I like it a lot. Oh, by the way, none of the contest winners with me are either. We're going to get to those much later. I like Finau a lot. I like the Morikawa call. Right? I think that, and I'm forcing him in a little bit. Like, he's not showing up as much for me as I thought he would, and he's actually getting forced in. I'm going to play some of him. I like it a lot. He's going to show. You know what? He thrives against good competition, right? And he's going to be under 10%. And I like what you said about him being sandwiched between these other guys. Cantlay, I agree with everything you said. I think he's really, really good form. He's a great golfer. He's great shape. Maybe a tad chalky, not the end of the world, but yeah, I certainly am not going to throw him out. And the guy that I want to, I'm nervous about not playing. I'm nervous about playing is Webb, right? So he's got this not stigma, but there's this impression that, yeah, he's good, but he's a short hitter, and he'll play well on the shorter courses against the weaker competition. Guy's good, man. I mean, the problem is if you play a guy at 9K, you really need to, you have a chance to win, I think, you know? I just can't quite get him to the win. You know, I'd like to though, because he is really, really good. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. All right, I'm going to guess that one of your guys comes from this next 8K range.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to guess yet. Okay.
No, I know. I want to guess as we go, I think, because we haven't given it away. So can I get am I right about that, or you're not going to tell me? Whatever.
I'll tell you when you're done with your analysis. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm very high on Fitzpatrick. Maybe I'm just sentimental and I should just forget about Morikawa, but I'm sorry, Matsuyama, but I don't know. I'm sort of considering him at low ownership. I wish Cam Smith was going to be lower owned because I really like him here. I think that you're going to get crazy ownership on Berger, so I'm probably going to go under. But again, I like him. But it's tough, you know. I will take the guy who's going to be the lower owned in the bunch, and that's going to be Scotty Scheffler. But the highest owned guy for me in this range will be Fitzpatrick, along with Victor Hovland and my guy, Tommy Fleetwood. Tell me I'm crazy. It's fine. I like Fleetwood.
So which of those guys you think was my guy in this range, if any?
In this range, it's funny because I wanted to say Cam Smith at first, but I actually think that the one that you're going to pick is, I was going to think Fitz. Yeah,
no, it didn't quite get there. If anything, my favorite guy in this range is probably given ownership is probably Scheffler. The top play for me on the slate, if ownership weren't a thing, which it is Berger. Right, he's going to project really well. He's nice and plays a nice safe game. You know, whatever it is. Yeah. I'm not going to, you know what I mean. And I'm going to have him in my lineups. You know, but he's going to be extremely chalky. But doesn't mean he's not a good play.
Right.
Hovland, I like. I'm not playing Westwood. I kind of want to play. You know, if I didn't think I needed like a top 5 out of this range, I'd probably have more interest in him. But I definitely like him. I'm definitely going to play him. He's in my top 20. Then Hideki, I didn't quite get there. Smith, I didn't quite get there. I didn't quite get to Fitz or Fitzpatrick.
Okay. You're not into the Fitzpatrick, huh?
No.
And no Fleetwood for you, I'm guessing.
No.
Okay, man. You're going to regret it. I'm telling you, Tommy Fleetwood's going to be there at the end.
Dude, last week I took full fade of freaking Spieth and he blew me out. So believe me, I life's filled with regrets.
All right. So Bubba, next range. Okay. So Sergio, I actually thought Sergio would be more popular than he is. And I'm okay with him. I really like Paul Casey, but again, really chalky, like just super, super chalky. I also like Oosthuizen, who's also going to be very popular, but less so than Casey, I would imagine. I like Answer, but my favorite in this range is Joaquin Niemann and Zalatoris. I like this range a lot. I like Horschel and I like Justin Rose as well.
Okay, so I just so you do full disclosure, I did bet Answer in an outright just because he's actually priced like much longer than a lot of other guys in that range. So I just played him there. But one of the contest winners, and we do have a winner.
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah.
And correctly, as your favorite in the range too, Joaquin Niemann is going to be not pick number 1. And if we'll go to the YouTube channel, we actually have a tie between Chad Schlescher and our own Joe Pagliarulo. And they both picked him number 1. So there's, whatever. And so if the second guy I have is one of these, then that breaks the tie. And if the second guy is not one of those, then they both win. So that's one set. So one of these guys definitely is going to get something, and it may be both. But Joaquin Niemann, I really do like a lot. The other guys that you had mentioned, I'll tell you who I like. Who's, again, this is a guy who I really don't play all too often, if ever. But I like Jason Day a little bit, and I do like Abe Answer, and I like the other two guys you said, Zalatoris And I presume that Oosthuizen is going to, not play one hole and disappear. And I like him. So I like those guys.
Yeah, I also just didn't get to the bottom of I actually like the bottom of this. You know me, I understand that he's coming off of the injury and whatever, but I will absolutely take shots with Matt Wolff here at no ownership. I also, again, I'm going to go back to my guy Homa, but I really like I'm debating whether or not to go pretty heavy on Matt Wolff here and just hope that he finds the point. I like this bottom of this range. I like Horschel. I like everybody in that 7,500, 7,400 or under. I don't think I'm going to do the Harris English thing, maybe more than like a lineup or two. How about you?
No, I don't think so.
Not this. We're finally giving up. We're finally waving the white flag so he can go and win the Masters, and we're not going to be a part of it. That's going to suck.
That's right. All
right. Well, definitely some guys I like down here. Under 7K, who are you looking at?
I have to say it was going to be really, really close. If I shouldn't even say this, but I was really close to picking a guy as my top guy. And then I went back and forth and I settled on someone and we have a problem. Okay.
Okay.
My top two guys, well, one of them is Jason Kokrak, but it's not him. The other one is Ryan Palmer. Okay.
Yep.
And so I would like to consult the Discord because basically the whole United States of America picked him. But we have tiebreakers. So this guy had Palmer, but he had him second. All right.
Okay. As
opposed to these guys, so Jenkins had Palmer third, Schooner had Palmer third, and so we have Jay Smooth having him first. So Jay Smooth is the other winner. So you have Jay Smooth, and we couldn't break the tie in the other one. So we have Jay Smooth. We have three winners: Jay Smooth, Joe Pagliarulo, and Chad Schler. So if you guys want to PM us on whatchamacallit, on the Discord, let us know who you want. You want a coaching session, any sport you want for like an hour. And whoever is me or Bobby, we'll set it up with you over Zoom or something like that. And if you want to do it, live for the people, that's fine. If you want to just do it in private, that's fine too. But I for 3 weeks in a row, I was very, very disappointed. No one got anything, and when it rained, it poured.
So it came through.
So I do like so to get back to what's important. So I do like Ryan Palmer a lot. He's also a Rick play, which we like.
Yep.
So for me, it's Ryan Palmer and Jason Kokrak in this below 7K range, and the other two guys below the 7K, which I like, actually three. I like Brian Harman, I like Carlos Ortiz, and I like Siwoo Kim.
Okay, so we nailed it. Now I'm gonna have to up my thing on Ortiz because I was starting to feel like I had maybe too much ownership of Ortiz here.
No way.
So I'm very into the Ortiz idea, and I love that he's the same price as Palmer. You could get them in together, you could play them separate, whatever. I do think Palmer will get some ownership. I don't think Ortiz will. I'm totally with you on Ortiz. I love Kokrak and Connors. I think that they're going to have some ownership, especially Connors, but I still like them both. I like Brian Harman. I actually think that Gary Woodland has started to look a little bit like he was a year and a half ago. And I think that he's like an off the board, long shot play at 6,800. It's just weird to see him at this price still. But I'm not like saying you go out there and get a ton of them, but getting 10% will put you well above the field. And I like that. Siwoo Kim, I want to be ahead of the field on him at 6,700. Look, guys who have won this tournament before, I'm probably going to play 5% when no one's going to play them. Danny Willett will be one of those guys. Ortiz, and then same thing goes for Zach Johnson, and the same thing as Danny Willett, 6,300. Actually been playing pretty well this year, considering, and just, so I think he's mildly interesting. And the other 5% guy for me down here at the bottom, these are weird ones. I mean, these are really, really long shots.
I got a weird one for you.
Brendan Todd and Henrik Stenson.
Yep. Stenson, I totally get. He's like basically free.
Yep.
One guy again, like if you want to go for this, from what I hear from the people that know more than me, which is plenty. That this course is one of the courses where I don't say necessarily course history, but course fit like makes the most difference. And one of the reasons why I'm not playing Phil, but one of the reasons why Phil does well over here and why Bubba does well over here is it is kind of designed for lefties to kind of like do their thing a little bit. And you want to take like a super dart throw who's been kind of sneaky hot recently is Robert McIntyre.
Okay.
He did beat what's his name in the match play, right?
Yeah.
And he's lefty. He's I don't know. He's
okay.
Like 2,000 or whatever the hell he is. Actually, he's pretty expensive. 6,500. It's not like he's like free. That'll keep his ownership below 0.5%, as opposed to the 1% where he'd be if he was 6K. So that would be my just craziness stuff. So let's. I
like it. Let's do our games.
So let's go ahead. So who is going to win?
As much, you know what? Because I've said other stuff, I have two guys at the top that I wanted to say, but I'll take DJ. You're not going to take my other guy, so it's not. But I just want to mention that I like DJ and Bryce a lot this week. Okay. I know it's not the whole.
I like Justin Thomas.
DJ, JT.
The other thing I will say, by the way, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the only reason I'm not playing this guy that much is, well, I might play him because he's really chalky, but Paul Casey is mispriced at 7,700.
Oh yeah, I said that.
You did. Okay.
Absolutely, he's going to probably be the highest owned player. He and Steve, I would imagine,
yes.
be the highest owned players.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So how about a top 5? Anybody under 10K?
I'm gonna do it. I mean, look, I'm tempted to say Spieth, but it's too obvious. So I'm gonna jump over to Morikawa. So what I'm gonna do, I'm really just asking for it because I think like really top 5 is his ceiling here, but I just think he's gonna get like exactly 5th. I'm gonna go with Webb at 9K. I like it. Okay. Yeah. So how about under 9K to make top 10? Under 9K to make top 10 for me is God, Daniel Berger feels such an obvious answer, but you know what? And maybe it's still pretty obvious, but I think my favorite, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'll just say Tommy Fleetwood. I was going to, my other one would be Victor Hovland. That would have been my second one if you guessed Berger, right? So I will just say, so we'll give them both. We'll give them Hovland and Berger. Okay, Hovland and Berger. That sounds good to me. And now we need a top 20 out of someone under 8K. Berger. Top 20 out of someone under 8K. Paul Casey be the chalky one. We didn't mention Adam Scott before, by the way, who I actually probably will be 10% of, but probably a little below the field. I guess I'm gonna go with Neiman. Yeah, so I'll go with I'll go on brand. I'll go with Honest Abe. Okay, I like it. I'll go with Abe answer, and then under 7K to make the cut. Under 7K to make the cut. Oh, more than make the cut. I'll take them as yeah. We got to do that because it's like you get 2/3 of the people make the cut, right? Yeah. So you got to get in the top 20 then. Yeah, I will go with. I'll go with. I like Kokrak as the most obvious one, but he and Siwoo would be my. I'm taking Ortiz if you don't take him. So take Ortiz. I love it. Okay. So Palmer again. He was my contest pick, but we're giving you some other stuff. So I will take Ortiz. Beautiful. And we also, we already mentioned the Palmer thing that we love. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. I think we're in business, guys. Let's go out there and win $1 million. So the thing about golf is it's going to be like baseball. Like every lineup you make, you're going to like. You really are. Especially this week because we all know all the guys. and you can play them all. You know I even know all these guys. I mean, you can play like guys like you've heard of that are under 7K. Yeah. No, it's true. All right. Well, let's make some dough. Yeah, guys, let us know in the Discord if you got a sweat going or anything like that, or we would love to hear about it. So, good luck to everybody, and we'll see you at the top of the leaderboards.